Hello again, Pokétrainers, and welcome to another video of Poké Moon. In this video, we'll talk about a minigame most people may not know. This minigame is Pikachu Beach. We could say this is an obscure and hidden minigame in Pokemon Yellow version, because to unlock this minigame in the original release version for the Game Boy, we need our Pikachu knowing Surf, which is practically impossible for Pikachu to learn this move in Pokemon Yellow. Then, how can Pikachu learn Surf? First of all, we need our physical copy of Pokemon Yellow, a Nintendo 64, a transfer pack, and a physical copy of Pokemon Stadium. With this, all we have to do is to import our party from Pokemon Yellow version, including the Pikachu we get in that game, to Pokemon Stadium, and to beat the Master Ball division of Round 2 Prime Cup without saving. And it's very important that Pikachu participates in the last battle. Once done this, we'll be able to teach Surf to Pikachu. However, if you play Pokemon Yellow on the Virtual Console of 3DS, then you'll be able to play this minigame without the need of having your Pikachu knowing the move Surf. So nowadays, the 3DS version is the easiest way to enjoy this special minigame. Now, let's talk about what this minigame is. To begin with, this minigame is located in the house of Route 19, only Pokemon Yellow, and we have to bring in our party our Pikachu with a move Surf learned, and then talk to the man inside that house to start this minigame. Inside this minigame, we control Pikachu surfing the sea on a table, keeping on the waves and trying not to fall. So it's as easy as to use that pad control when Pikachu is on the peak of a wave, and press left or right and adjust the Pikachu position to avoid falling on the water. If we do a flip, we'll get 50 points. If we do 2 flips in the same direction, then we'll get 150 points, and if we do the 2 flips but in opposite positions, then we'll be rewarded with 180 points. And if we have the chance to do 3 flips in the same direction, then we'll get 650 points. And the last combination is to do 3 flips not in the same direction, and we'll obtain 500 points. But at least for me, I wasn't able to get 300 points. It seems I'm not very skilled at this minigame. Another aspect to keep in mind during this minigame is a Pikachu's health point in the bottom right corner. Pikachu starts with 6,000 health points. However, its health points will be decreasing constantly during this minigame. If we do more flips while Pikachu is flying, then Pikachu will reach the shore before, and this will translate us to retain more health points. However, if we fail and Pikachu falls on the sea, then the minigame will penalize us, taking us more time to reach the shore, and Pikachu will finish the minigame with less health points. Once we reach the shore, the game will add a score we obtained while doing flips and we share in the random session, and the health points left, and we get a final score. I did some research on the internet and I found the current world record is 7,819, which you can find the video with this world record in the description box if you are curious. For me, my best score is 6,164. Tell me in the comments below your best high score. As a fun fact, if you play this minigame in a Game Boy Color or in the 3DS version, you'll watch the same blue color. And an interesting aspect of the international release of Pokemon Yellow is that the game changes its colors if we were in different cities or roads. For example, in Viridian City the graphics were in greenish color, while in Saffron City the graphics were in a yellowish color. However, the Japanese version of Pokemon Yellow doesn't have this enhancement because this game was released before the Game Boy Color was released, only by a month of difference. If you have played Pokemon Red or Blue on a Game Boy Color, you should know that the whole color of the game is blue if we play Pokemon Blue and red if we play Pokemon Red. In the Japanese Pokemon Yellow, in a Game Boy Color, its graphics are yellow, as we could expect. This is translated as playing this minigame with yellow graphics, which gives the sensation that Pikachu is surfing in the afternoon. This doesn't happen in the international release of Pokémon Yellow because they added different palette colors for its different places, adding the blue color for the sea. Finally, the next curious thing we could have is, okay, now we have a Pikachu that knows Surf. What happens if we order Pikachu to use Surf? It happens that the speed while we are surfing changes completely. Instead of controlling the speed of a seal, we'll control the speed of Pikachu on a table, surfing on the water. But that's not all, because thanks to the time machine of the second generation, we can transfer our surfing Pikachu from Pokémon Yellow to Pokémon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And if we order Pikachu to use surf on those games, instead of controlling Lapras while surfing, we'll control Pikachu on a table too. That's all for this video. If you found this video interesting and learned interesting facts, please give a like and subscribe for more interesting Pokémon content. Also, feel free to comment your experience about this minigame in the comments. I'll read you, and I hope everyone is having a nice Poké Day. See you in the next videos.